I've been waiting on.
Right here, right now.
All right.
Good evening. Early evening.
Yes.
Everybody.
Sunday, the 30th. Yes.
Last Sunday in 2018. Yes.
And we are leaving this Sunday listening to K. John on the ocean. This is such a beautiful song. It inspires you, it motivates you, and gives you hope. Yes. If you have not heard this, please look for it on YouTube.
Yes. This ain't a club, but I feel like dancing. Hey.
This song just makes you want to close your eyes and meditate and think about all the things that you desire in your future and how you're going to make those things happen.
That's it.
Nothing's going to hold you back this time. You don't even have to wait until 2019. Tonight.
Right now.
Tonight. This song motivates you tonight. You're going to get out there and do what you got to do. Write those goals, those dreams, those visions down and write the steps. No matter how small, because if you take just one tiny step towards your dream, you're doing it. You are doing it. And that's what we want you to know. We want to encourage you.
And this is it's going to be a spiritual one too, because this is what it all begins about. All those aspirations, all those dreams, desires. Lift them up.
Yes.
To your ancestors.
Yes.
To your creator.
Yes. Pray and meditate on those things.
That can make these things happen. And these things will be happening for you right before your very eyes, before you know it.
Yes. And what a beautiful journey it will be.
You have to be the one to partake in it, though.
Yes, you do. You have to want it bad enough in your heart and desire it enough that you will let go of all of that behind if you have to move forward.
That is so true. And this is the fascinating part about this, because guess what?
Guess what, y'all?
Tonight, on the T, we are going to be talking about goals. So guess what? I'm your host, Chauncey Anderson.
And I'm your co-host, Mayaka Anderson.
Ooh, as beautiful as it is, each and every day we get to uplift and inspire not only ourselves, but individually, each other. And so now we coming to you.
Yes, we
today.
look forward
to you today
to this. Yes.
About goals.
Yes, this is your time right now.
Yes, indeed. Goals right now.
Yes.
Going to be happening for you right now.
That's right.
And I just think that it's important for us to even understand what a goal or what goals are.
Right.
So for me, I just kept it in simple terms. I didn't go to no dictionary. I came from the mind. And, my wife was talking to me earlier, hey, what we going to script this about, what we going to talk about. We were over breakfast and I just started writing some things down as far as goals. And simply put, this is what I said. I said, goals are dreams within all of us. It is up to us to figure out a plan to bring that goal or goals to fruition for our life.
Yes.
You ain't gonna find that in the dictionary nowhere.
And the key word is up to us.
It's up
to us. No one else. No one else has to support your dream. Nobody has to agree with your dream and your aspirations. They ain't gotta like it. They ain't gotta help with it. It is up to you to put forth the steps to make sure that your goals, your dreams, your aspirations come to fruition.
It does. It's as if you would say, like a farmer, if he was but planting seeds.
Yes.
He has a dream for whatever crop he wants to come up from that ground.
That's
He's
right.
the one that had to get out there with that machinery.
Yes.
He had to till that soil.
Ground. Yes.
He had to turn it over. He had to remove boulders and rocks and all sorts of obstruction. And then he had to go out there with the seed.
And he had to place that seed.
Put it in there.
Yes.
In the ground.
Where he wanted it to grow.
And he had to cover it up. And that crop that he planted, and he covered it up and he watered it.
Yes.
That begins that germination part. And that's within us.
That is within us.
Our creator gave us that ability to use our head, our mind, and envision what we wanted for our lives.
And then take the steps to go towards it and go after it.
That's it. I would even say that's kind of like by Maya. I hate to have to say it to her again, but she only said she does it one time a year. But that rum cake that I had for breakfast this morning.
Look, I done ate the whole cake. It left him like a slice like this. And I was going to have it down in the morning. I'm looking at him like, look, It's been a while and you ain't had none of this cake. I done ate this whole cake. It was good, y'all. It was good. But I only make it once a year. Only once a year. And it's at the end, near the end of the year. That's it.
She got the steps that it takes to put those ingredients together. And it's thebomb.com. So that's what I'm saying in relationship to your goal.
Oh, yeah.
It has to be that the goal, and then a step-by-step process.
Those ingredients you're talking about.
That's it.
Those
how
ingredients.
You gonna go about getting
it.
So you may have to go out and get some things. You may have to pull some stuff together. You may even have to get other people involved.
If you can, and the right people, because not everybody, pepper don't belong in the cake. I mean, at least I ain't never seen a recipe where, so, you need to gather the ingredients you need. Yes, that's right. And that includes the right people. Those people are the ingredients that you need to put into your recipe to make this thing come together and taste good. Because, you just don't want to grab any old thing. And sometimes you need quality ingredients, you don't want to go artificial and all of that. You need the real thing, because that artificial may seem good when you put it in there, but then you taste it and it's missing that that's that person that didn't quite believe in what you were trying to do. And you done put it in there, and it came all right, but it could have been more spectacular if you would have gotten something authentic.
Yes, indeed.
Something real.
So you have to be willing to take that next step, and that's what we're talking about it right now here today in 2018. Though we may have but a day and a wake up, if you don't start thinking about your purpose, your goal or goals, going forward, this next year gonna just pass you by,
and you're gonna be doing the same thing you're doing right now.
Same old,
next year. Nothing changes. You got the same friends, y'all hitting the same club, you drinking the same drinks, you talking about the same stuff, you wearing the same type of clothes. Nothing changes in your life because you're too fearful to change and leave those who are not ready to change behind. But even the trees know when to let go of the leaves, because a new season is coming. Shake it off and keep going. Don't worry. You won't even recognize in a few months that you have let those people go, or you have let those things go, because other things come to replace them. You let go and good things are allowed to come in. Right now, you're so full of junk. Nothing good can penetrate and you can't see.
And that's what your inventory has to come.
Yes.
That's a self-analysis.
That's right.
That's identifying your makeup, from head to toe,
the choices you are making,
things you have available to you, your resources, meaning your time. Are you spending your time in books, learning something? Or are you spending your time, quality time with your family, doing some things? Or are you on the tube playing the video games? I mean, I hate to have to say it, brothers, when you let me see.
Tread lightly.
I got to do this because I remember my son, because he was real big into the video games when he was a kid. I got sucked into him. I was running out getting the Halos for the Xbox.
Crazy.
But when my son hit the age of 18 and he left and joined the Navy, I think both of them video games got video boxes got put up and didn't come back out until we moved to San Diego from Washington State. And then they didn't even work.
They didn't work. He plugged them up and they didn't work.
So guess what they had? I was there to the garage, and I don't plan on getting another one. But when I got this is out of love. This is out of respect and out of honor. When I got brothers that I see sitting
this for you ladies, he helping y'all out.
20, 30s, 40s years of age. Unless you creating a video game, unless unless you making serious dollars.
Money at gaming. Gaming. I mean, you able to pay the rent and the car and all that off gaming?
Playing Fortnite.
Or
any other type of game, NBA 2000, whatever
is going on.
I'm sorry.
It's time to let it go, y'all.
That ain't going to It's not going to do it. It's going to distract you from something even that much bigger.
That's exactly what it's doing. It's sucking out your dreams and aspirations to the point that you got stuck in this realm and can't get out.
It's hard.
And so by the time you walk out and want to do what you want to do, it done passed you by.
It's done gone. Yes. What you wanted, somebody else done.
And that's how society is. They put all these carrots in front of you. And then they say, come get the carrots. And we study walking in, we got the blinders on, right? So we can't see nothing but the carrots. And so we're chasing down these carrots. And while we're chasing it down, life is happening around us.
Huge.
But we can't see it because we're sucked into whatever the next video game, the next movie, the next whatever it is that we're just like so enthralled by, that adds no value. That's another problem. These things add no value to your life.
That's to the Black community.
Yes.
I hate to have to say it because,
you
know, some others do leap off. Other cultures have abilities to leap off and do other things. Family have abilities to finance a dream after they come out of that stupor.
Right.
Or to do this after they done doing that. It's hard for our community to do it because we're not willing to invest.
Yes.
When it's time. And that's at these later stages of life. And I mean, like I say again, when our son left for the Navy, those Xboxes were put up.
Right.
And they hadn't come out for almost 3 years until we got down here when we bought our house, really truly looking at them. And then they weren't in conditions to play anyway. But it's kind of like the prodigal son for the Black community, because we live, we put ourselves, we just volunteers to put ourselves in a pig trough. That could be the system, whatever you want to call it. We voluntarily go there. We run away from the knowledge and the wisdom that has been set forth by the past generations that would help propel us to do better. We run off. We think we're going to do something spectacular. And the system says, oh, I got something for you. You find yourself waking up, if you wake up, because not all of us will, waking up in a pig's pen face down. Yes. When you come to your realization, like, what am I doing? I can do better than this in my Father's house as a servant than to come over here and slop for these people. And until you come to the realization that you are in that pig pen, but you have better options, there are other things you could be doing. You know, the Black community will continue to stay in trouble. We need to wake up and we need to go back to what we know. That is true.
So we can live amongst the king. And even if we're just a servant, we would be living better than what they got us living now.
Oh, yeah. And then, I mean, that's the fascinating part, because as she says this, and this is what I said here on the T, that's what we're leveraging.
Yes.
We're leveraging our platform to have the Black community start focusing on goals now.
Right now.
As we close out 2018.
Yes.
And these are some areas that we're talking about, because Maya brought up the prodigal son. And first and foremost is spirituality for us.
Yes, it is.
I mean, to get within that scope of it, I mean, that's an area that we are rooted in that.
Yes, we are.
And then from that, you take root and you in the area of your finances. If you're an adult listening, even if you're a child listening to this, you begin to understand the financial or your finances and what you are able to do with those things, it will greatly benefit you.
Yes, it will.
You where you go out and you spend $60-something for a video game, if you reinvest that into another area, yourself,
yes,
that will greatly enhance you.
Whether you find someone to help you do a video game app. I mean, and a lot of adults need to support their children's dreams. Now, they might come to you and say, well, I like these video games. Your response is, well, what do you like about them? What don't you like about them? Do you want to learn how to do your own video game? Maybe he needs to go into some coding classes. Find out if he just likes the graphics or the art. Maybe he needs to go into art, because that's really what he likes about the video game. We are charged with guiding our children, not telling them, boy, that's stupid. You ain't never gonna make no money off of doing that. We are always so quick to speak death into our child because we don't understand it. But if you sit and you talk to a child, they can walk you through some things and make you see things in a whole new light, where you're like, I never saw it like that. I didn't know that's what it was about. But if you take that ego off and understand that even though they are a child, their mind is not really when it comes to like aspirations and dreams, there's really no age limit, because dreams for everyone just goes.
They can't. It won't stop you from doing the things that you want.
Exactly.
But positive affirmation is the key, as Maya said, especially with parents. You know, because if we don't encourage our children, someone else will.
Yes.
I mean, and it's quick, especially in our community.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
they
gang
gobble them
violence,
up.
with the drugs,
Gobble
with,
them
you
up.
know, you name it. It's just
Mhm.
going on. And in the Black community, for a lot of us, it's important that you find a way to give positive outlets
Yes.
for our youth.
For our youth.
You know, I mean, there's always sports, there's always,
Yeah.
you know, the music.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe some of these young men and women that are pushed into that area
Right.
may have had dreams or
To
aspirations
go somewhere
to
else.
do some different,
Yes.
medical,
And
a
they're
doctor,
missing out on their gift.
you know.
I mean, you can have talents, but your talent does not equal your gift.
No,
When you are gifted in something,
Yeah.
it is yours and you dominate that area.
Not
When
you.
you're talented, you do
Yeah.
good. I mean, you do
No.
good. Some people can't even tell the difference that wasn't even your
Right.
gift because you do so
Mhm.
good at it. But it's you in your heart knows that,
Sure.
man, if I would have kept up or someone would have pushed me where I really wanted to go,
Mhm.
I could really be fulfilled. Because, you know,
Right.
I've met a lot of people who have done things because their parents wanted them to go in this
Mhm.
direction of career. And then years later, they find out, no, I'm not happy. I never was happy. And they drop that. All that
Mhm.
money, time spent, poured
Yep.
into that, they just drop it. And then they move in what they want to. So
Right.
you might see a doctor become a guitar player. Or,
Mhm.
you know, and you're like, in your mind, it don't make sense. But it's not always about the money.
Right.
It's about how you feel about things. It's
Mhm.
about working in your gift. And as you work in that gift, believe me, whatever's meant to be, you will
Mhm.
be supported.
Oh yeah.
You will be supported in that.
But and that's the aspect of helping us as adults to help the youth, or even to working with the elders,
Yes.
by way of helping to learn how to master that which you were really truly called
Oh, yes.
to do. I mean,
Mhm.
it just goes without saying.
Yes.
We have got stuck in a mold, and where our culture comes in
Mm-hmm.
because of enslavement or slavery, it ripped the fabric away of a lot that our ancestors, once they touched their feet to these shores here in the United States, over those many years, those men and women were great architects or teachers or skilled in medicine,
Mhm.
skilled in, you know, biology, botanists, you name
And
it.
even those that were already here,
You know,
same thing.
same
The
thing.
knowledge was there.
It was
Nature was their
always
playground.
a part
Yes.
of what they did.
Right.
And to have that taken away
Yeah.
and made to be but laborers, similar to
Yes.
cattle or
Yes.
horses or things like
What a
that.
way to kill a dream
You
or
know,
aspiration.
it's happening here today in the 21st
Yes.
century, but they're using other aspects
That's right.
to cause that same
Yes. To
stripping
cloud
away.
it. Yes. But it's still
And
cutting
then
you off.
what they end up doing, they pick from the cream of the crop.
Yes.
And they say, okay, we're going to do this, but you're going to do this over here. You're not going to
Mhm.
bring it back to the Black
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
You're
You
going to
can't
keep
do
it over
that.
here
Mhm.
because it ain't no need in doing it here. I mean, here's a primary example. You have Colin Kaepernick,
Mm.
one of the best football prolific athletes here in the 21st century. You thinking they give him they would rather go get a dude that got busted knees, can't
Mhm.
play no more, and put
Yes.
him in the uniform and put him on the
Then
team
give it to him
than
to
to
give
bring
it to
Colin
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick
That's
back.
right. So that speaks
It's-
volumes because that happens a lot, not just in sports.
Not just in sport. I just
But
use
yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
kind of like a connection.
Yeah.
Because most of us have seen
Yeah.
that. It has
Right.
been there.
They are willing
You
to,
know.
to take a nosedive,
Yeah.
I guess, if you will,
Mhm.
before they will allow a equipped Black man
Yes.
or sister, Black woman, to
Mhm.
take over
Yes.
what they have going on. They're not going to allow that.
Mm.
That's just something that they
It-
don't want to allow.
It doesn't benefit them because
Right.
what it is that as they begin to see a lot of us wake up,
Mm-hmm.
become conscious of what's going
Time
on.
is changing. Yeah.
They say that we are the most educated generation
Mm.
there is. And when they no longer see that you're just going to say yes sir, yes ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
even though we were raised up
Mhm.
to respect and
Right.
honor. And then the next generation after us, their voice is more powerful,
Right.
they're more intelligent,
Mhm.
meaning the millennial generation. They
Right.
ain't getting no yes sir and yes ma'am. They like, I ain't gonna say it here,
Right.
on this show,
Right.
but some of the things that these youth be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Our job is to begin to educate.
Yes.
That's the next thing as far as
That's
goals, is to educate, not be afraid to take what you've learned knowingly in the past.
Yes.
You
And
saw
give it. Yeah.
and bring it forward,
That's
because
right.
it's very much, it holds value. It holds true. I
Mhm.
mean, any
And not
absolute
just
truth.
monetary value too,
Mm-mm.
y'all. It's not about
Education
that. Yeah.
is what it is.
Right.
That's I mean, that's the investment that you can put into a child's life,
Mm-hmm.
to show them, to teach them where we've come from
Right.
and what is going on. Another thing, the value of family is
Yeah.
so important.
And there are so many torn
Oh, yeah.
families in the Black community.
In the
I
Black
mean,
community,
it was set up that way, and then we fed into
Yeah.
it, and we
we
continue to
keep
feed into it.
perpetuating that.
Yeah, we're not even looking for a
Mm-mm.
solution. I mean, these
No.
young men and women out there, I mean, you can tell that
Yep.
they're not understanding
They
the
don't-
importance of family.
They'll have children and
Yeah.
they don't need a daddy.
Yeah,
The man
the
will
woman can do it all.
Will impregnate a
Mhm.
girl and don't want to take responsibility
Right.
for it. It's time.
Women having children when you know that man said he didn't
Yep.
want any, but you thought, oh, he's gonna love me because I have his baby, or whatever
Mhm.
decision you made. Now, no matter what happens, the child is out.
So true, and that ruins, because truly we understood that Trinity right there, a man, a woman, and a child.
That's your empire.
That right there.
We've stated
can
this
do
lots
some
of
things.
times.
And see, for us, that's what we said with the T. That's what we're leveraging.
Mm-hmm.
That we gonna repeat it
Over and over
and
again.
this is gonna be our crop that we're going afterwards. You know, spirituality, the finances, education, family, and last but not least, health.
And health, yes.
And the things that surround it.
Mhm.
You know, being there and knowing that what needs to be right for this temple. And
Right.
by any stretch of imagination, I ain't perfect, not trying to say that I am, but when you start early in the life of a child,
Right.
and teach them the health and the benefits, when you get your regular checkups, when you go to the doctor, if you got health care, you doing the right things, foods and everything like that, it is greatly important. It shows that we have a long lifespan. I mean, the one gentleman that was the oldest gentleman that was in World War II,
Yeah, just passed away. Yeah,
112 years, 12 years old,
112 years
African American man.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
we have those genes. We do have those genes.
He talked about his life and what it was all about, and that's it. We have that. If it's not being beat down on us, and we can go the distance.
Yes, definitely.
Our race is that race that they don't want to wake up.
Right.
Because if we do, we can outshine any.
But we have to be willing to put in the work personally, and professionally. But it really does start personally. Mm-hmm. When you know that you have habits or things that are keeping you from doing, you have to have the courage to step up and put things in place so that you can either find something else positive to replace that, or to let that go totally. Mm-hmm. And that's where I find a lot of people don't want to sacrifice and let things go and try something new. And it's not always easy. I mean, I always challenge myself. I mean, 2017, I decided I was going to become a vegetarian. This is my personality. I wrote a date on the calendar, and I said, this is the day I will no longer eat meat. That was it. I didn't take any small steps like, I'm not going to do ham this day. I'm not going to do this day. I said, it's going to be gone. And so on that day it came, and I was done. I was done just like that. But I have that kind of personality when I find something that that's really in my heart. Now, there's a lot of things I want to do, but it's not really in my heart. But if it's really in my heart and speaking to it, I don't want to wait until the next month or the next year or find some kind of big reason to do it. The reason is my heart's talking to me, and it says, look, we need to do this. For whatever reason, it was me, not anyone else, but it was speaking to me. And so that's what I did. And I think that sometimes it's really hard to find that courage just to cut stuff off, because you think, man, I've been doing this all my life. My body is used to it. People are used to it. How do I eat now? When I go out and eat, you got all of these, but all of those answers will come if you just take a step and just do it. Just dive in, and you will see things will just come and they'll work their way around. And then you'll find that what you were doing, you no longer miss.
It wasn't really. Yeah. It didn't keep anything from you.
Yes, you didn't lose out on anything.
By you making a right choice in your life. And so many people will not even begin to understand that.
Right.
Mine was a goal of being in a marriage, being married to a Black woman, us being able to come together, sit down, discuss out all aspects of our lives, put it on the table, and not be afraid. I mean, the fear that clutches that sometimes can just almost like a hawk or eagle's talons that can bore inside of us.
Yeah.
You just feel like you're gonna die if you're not willing to move out on some things. And it was the funniest part about waking up this morning because today is the 5th day of Kwanzaa. And so when I looked it up to put it out on our Instagram and Facebook and to talk about it, the funniest part about it, Nia, which is the 5th day, speaks about purpose. It says to set personal goals that build and are beneficial to the Black community and the greater good.
Yes.
And to me, it almost like, man, it for what we were going to be discussing today, it just held true to everything that I had belief about, that I talked about early on Facebook, going into the weekend, knowing that we would get to this day. And it was like, that was the reason why, everything is chosen when you start doing something that you know that you love, and it benefits you. It doesn't have to benefit the world,
right?
For you
it
to
helps
do
you
it.
move in a better space.
Yeah, it gives you life. It gives you, that pep in your step.
That's so true.
It invigorates your mind. It strengthens you to the core that say, I'm on that right path.
That's right. And the thing is, when you complete a goal, you feel so empowered that you feel like your next goal, like it's going to be, you know what to expect, the pits, what, who to involve, who not to involve. You start to get this momentum like, man, I can do these things. I'm able to do these things, whether people believe in me or not. As long as I believe in me, that's all you need. That's all you need. All the naysayers and the peanut gallery. All you need is you, your idea, your dream. You set the course and you go for it, hell or high water. And you will see on a lot of interviews, when, especially like Oprah, when she talks to other people, what was it? What did you have to do? You will hear that they had to sacrifice some things. They had to make some goals. They had to be willing to take a chance. They had to be willing to know that not everything that they wanted to do would be accepted with open arms, but rejection is part of building that courage and that strength. Yeah. And I love that the little girl, she makes the little barrettes. Oh, the little black, she's Black-owned business, little girl. I can't. Gabby's Bows. Gabby, GABBYBOWS. Yes. This little girl, she did a little interview and she said, I learned that that when people say no, all it means is next opportunity. And I will never forget that. I thought that was so cute and so clever, because you're right. When someone says no, don't be angry. They weren't meant for you at that time. Go, because there's no just means next opportunity. So, and if you put that in your mind, you start to look at having rejection differently. That's it. That we were just not meant to partner.
Not right there.
And I'm supposed to move on to the next. Maybe that next is my yes. And that's how you see it. And you keep moving and trudging in that.
Keep striving, keep going. And before you know it, it's just like any aspect of health and any muscle that you use.
Yes.
If you use it soon enough, that muscle becomes strong. That muscle grows. And that becomes something that has to happen in the Black community. We have to begin to use the muscle of collaboration.
Yes.
We have to use the muscle of coming together.
Even in our disagreements on how
different things that we
live.
Move in.
Right.
Because there's an accord.
Because we all have one. Yes,
it's not easily broken,
right?
When we see, because we are spiritual people, sometimes we can read passages from the Bible, African spirituality, if you're Nation of Islam, all those different books that hold true to us, so dearly to us. We can read them, and that's a good word. But could you imagine that if you put 2 or 3 strong sisters together, 2 or 3 strong brothers together, 2 or 3 men and women that are married together, you know, and you bind those together. I mean, I
Yeah.
just think about our family.
Mhm.
It's the total of, I mean, it's almost a tribe in and of
Yeah,
itself.
just in our immediate family.
Our immediate family.
Immediate family,
20
yeah.
plus, where you have ancestors and you have elders and you have, you know, subject matter experts on things, and you have
Yes.
the youth right there,
Yes.
and you have the grandbabies.
And the grandbabies.
But what you could do
Mhm.
when you, I mean, when you, real quick, if you
lock up,
lock arms together,
Mhm.
oh yeah, that
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
easily broken.
No,
That is
that
not
is
going to
not
be easily
easily
broken at all.
Mm-mm.
So, and instead of us just reading words for words out of these great books,
Right. Put them into practice.
take action to them.
Yes, you
Make
have to
them
take action.
part of your life. Let it, as Maya said, when it got into her heart
Mhm.
about not eating meat anymore, she was done with meat. I know what it did to that industry, but it ain't in her system no more. That's all I can tell you. And I sometimes, you know, I lose my mind because but I love supporting my wife. So if I support her and I ain't forcing, I'm like, keep it going, keep strong, stick to it. That's her goal, her person. It gives enlightenment to her.
Right.
It gives her visions for, I mean, sometimes she just be doing some dynamic things. Just the other day, she came out, she said something to me. I was like, okay. And she turned around and she went in the back room. I was like, okay, baby, you know, keep it going. You know, I'd be like, she be all the way out here. She talking about she don't be out in the future.
I don't be out in
but
the
she
future.
be out in the future because it's something that she working on. As soon as some things can happen, it's on and popping. I was like, back there watching them videos, learn how to do stuff.
Yes. Because I am planning, because I have
Planning.
learned through these years that I have been set out the game. That when I get ready to come in, I want to be able to do some dynamic things.
Truly.
I mean, and I wrote a book.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to read the first quote that comes out of
Before
the book.
you do that, go ahead and grab that.
Okay. And so it says, everything in your life is a reflection of a choice you have made. If you want different results, make a different choice. Right. And it's as simple as that. Look at your life. Do you like what you see? Do you like the people around you? Do you like your environment where you live? If not, you have the ability to change it, right? Which is amazing.
And that's the thing that helps me to see that this is a very strong, dynamic, and wise woman. And it's a lot that men, I can tell you, that you can learn from your wives, and I believe that wives can learn from their husbands.
Yes.
When you're walking in one accord.
Yes, right. And that's right.
It goes about everything that we've talked on every video that we've taken. We are able to, I would say, propel each other's visions, their dreams, their goal. Because I think when you're ready to do it and when you're ready to take off, there's nothing that's going to be able to stop.
That's right. It's standing there waiting for you. Don't let anyone ruin your visions and your dreams. Don't let them step on you. Who cares about their questions of why you want to do? You have the right to do it. You have the right to do what you want. So follow your dreams and aspirations. Don't let your family, your friends, anybody off the street come in and say, if they are wires asking you why you want to do this, why you want to go there, why, cut them right off of that. I mean, you be friends, but when it's time for you to work on your dreams and aspirations, they don't have a place there. No. You don't give them a platform to tell, to spew their negativity. You need people out there that's going to say, whoa, that's a great idea. Yeah. How are you going to do that? Well, man, if you need some help, if I got to do some emails or take out some flyers, call me. That's who you want on your team. If they're not saying that, shut it down.
That's it. And that's, I mean, like I say again, as we close out 2018.
That's right, y'all.
This is the last Sunday that we will have.
Yes, for this year.
All I can say coming in 2019, as far as the tea, I will say stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. It's gonna get better. I mean, we started this later in the year, and we're new to this. This is something that's I don't like being on camera. This is new. I mean, he said he wanted to do something like this. This is what we put together, and we said, doggone it, we're gonna do this.
We're gonna have fun.
We're gonna do this.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Whether you're watching or you're not, we're gonna be here. So
it's our game.
This is about
the tea
us
is
and what we believe and our love for the Black community. You can get on this boat Or is it just me and him sailing?
It's like on our yacht.
Yeah, on our yacht. And we're going to be just fine, y'all. But we love you and we wish you just a wonderful new year. Please be safe when you get out there so that you will be able to enjoy and put your dreams into fruition for 2019, because we are not promised even the next 5 seconds, y'all. So make sure, call your loved ones, tell them how much you love them.
Yep, and do your thing in a process of preparation for that new year. Don't do it in moderation.
That's right. Do it in moderation.
Do whatever you do in moderation so you're able to wake up, or for yourself, for your loved ones,
and move in that.
Direction.
That's right. And if you don't think nobody out there will support you, the T will be supporting you.
We're here for you.
We love you and 100. We support you. Your dreams, your aspirations. Get out there and do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family, and definitely do it for the Black community.
That's so true.
All right, y'all. Love you.
Love you. That was great motivation.
There on the ocean, I know my ship is coming.
I know. We already got it.